I'll be talking to you today about negotiating a forbearance agreement. Many organizations, when they find themselves in distress, stumble at the first step, which is reestablishing a baseline with their lenders and securing a forbearance agreement, which will permit that organization the time to recover and set expectations going forward. I'm going to talk to you today about the best steps going forward and how to ensure that a successful forbearance agreement is negotiated and how to position an organization for success. The first step in negotiating a successful forbearance agreement is simply this: hear the other side. I always counsel my clients to remember your lender or lenders are not being unreasonable, and in fact it is incumbent upon the company to understand the lender's point of view. Take the time to analyze historic financial performance and then look to develop a quantitative and qualitative narrative explaining what drove underperformance and covenant violations. This exercise can be painful for incumbent management, and often an outside advisor is required to manage it. But doing so lays the groundwork for a renewed faith and trust in the company and in the credit. The second step in negotiating a successful forbearance agreement is to develop a turnaround plan. Identify the quick hits that can be implemented to rapidly improve performance. Create a rolling 13-week cash flow forecast to ensure adequate liquidity. And then develop a multi-year financial forecast. I generally recommend that my clients project out 3 to 5 years to highlight upside potential. The third step to negotiating a successful forbearance agreement is to sell the plan. Propose new covenants sized to your financial forecast. Commit to more robust financial reporting. This is generally going to include weekly cash reporting and a monthly financial packet. And if your lender or lenders are seeking to be refinanced out, commit to a timeline. The fourth step to negotiating a successful forbearance agreement is communication. Maintaining open lines of communication with your lender or lenders is critical. Schedule regular updates, weekly if at all possible, and advise lenders promptly on bad news. Good news can wait, bad news cannot. When companies find themselves in breach of lending covenants, all too often their management teams fail to appreciate the position of the company's lenders. Again, it is crucial to hear and appreciate the perspective of the other side. Taking the time to clearly explain what happened and what is being done to fix the problem buys goodwill and translates into much needed time. The timeline for a turnaround should be adjusted based on the risk appetite of a company's lenders. A solid 24-month plan is useless if a company's lenders are seeking to be refinanced out in 90 days. I'm David Johnson.